Hi, and welcome to the Essentials to Empower channel. Today, we're going to be talking about fire building. To practice fire building, I went out to Camp for All Seasons. Hi, this is Boots, and she's been a Girl Scout for 63 years, and she's going to help us today.
Smaller piece, and I'm going to lay it across these two. Now do you see the letter A?
Yes.
To lay it right underneath that cross piece. Okay. Needles. And I don't want them to be a big group together. I'm going to lay my pine needles over the cross piece like that. And there, it's aired out. There's a little space in there so it can breathe. And I'm going to add an angle. I'm laying my tender across the cross piece. Okay? And I'm not going to stack it on top of each other, because then I'll smother the fire. I don't want to smother the fire. Okay? All right. This is why you have to learn how to hold it. I take it underneath there and I light my fire starter. My fire starter is on fire. My fire is burning. Now, this is just the beginning. Then you're going to add and make like a teepee and add some more of the fire. But this is burning right now. This is how I want you to succeed. Separate them and then it doesn't have anything to burn. Okay, you break it apart first. Then you take your sand and you put on top of where it is still burning. Okay? Then you take your water and you sprinkle. If you hear any sizzling, you still have a hot wood and you need to go back to the sand and smother. If you have put your fire out, you're supposed to be able to put your hand down on it. Okay, this is what I do. I break it up. I get it over, away from all these big sticks. Now my little, break your fire up.
You got it. They're not dangerous if you use them to light it. And then when you get it here, wait, and then let go, okay? Madison, separate yourself.
Tiny wood is called tinder. Okay? We're going to use a lot of this today. Did you see where I got my tinder from? This little branch. I'm going to need a lot of this tinder, and I'm not going to break it up so tiny. It's got to have a little length to it, okay? And I'm going to use all of that tinder, and then I'm even going to make this little piece of tinder, okay? And I'll have that here. So that's going to be one of my piles. What's the teeny tiniest called?
Tender.
Tender. No bigger than your pinky. Okay? Then the next thing is kindling. And it's sort of the next size up. So that's going to be my next pile, is my kindling. And it's a little bigger. Okay? Now if we were building a fire to last all day, then we'd get us some, what they call fuel. Cotton balls are wonderful. Well, here's some lint from the dryer. All right, I hold it tight. I hold my finger close. After I strike it, I move my finger back. I put my hand up here sometimes because I'm feeling the wind coming from the lake, and I don't want it to blow the match out. You can shake it, and it'll go out, but it's still hot. That's why we put it in the water. But you have to make sure that a few things are done. Find a little tiny button that switches back and forth, and you need to have it switch to the positive. When we finish, you're going to put it over to the negative, which is the minus.
Roll the button on the top of the lighter toward the flame, and then pull the trigger. Fires can be used for cooking, for drying wet clothing, and for warmth. However, fires can be dangerous. If you have a minor burn, the best way to treat that is to run it under cool water until the pain is relieved, and then cover it with a loose, clean pad. Severe burns need to be treated by a doctor. When around a fire, it's really important that you don't have any loose clothing or hair that could catch on fire, so make sure that you pull all your sleeves back, you're wearing closed-toed shoes, and your hair is pulled up and away. If any of your clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll is something that Everyone's taught from a very early age, it's really, really important that you don't run. Just stop, drop where you are, and roll to smother the fire. It's really, really important to make sure that whenever you set a fire and you put that fire out, the ashes are completely cold before you leave the fire, because otherwise that fire could spark back up and cause a wildfire. Whenever you set a fire, you need to make sure that the fire will be confined in the area that you're setting it, and it won't be allowed to spread around. Having a fire circle is a really good way to do this. At the very least, all like leaves and twigs need to be cleared away from the area that you're making your fire in. If you're camping somewhere, you need to make sure that you are legally allowed to have a fire in that area. So make sure to set your fire away from overhanging tree branches or heavy brush. When you're collecting wood, make sure that it's dry. You can try to snap it, and if it snaps easily, that's a good indicator that it's dried. Soft woods can be used to start a fire, but you don't want to have that be the bulk of the fire if you're cooking or if you're setting a fire indoors. Soft woods include wood like pine, cedar, and spruce. For a long burning fire, you want to put on hardwood. Hardwoods include oak, hickory, birch, and maple. Please like and share this video and comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.